it is so funny, like the all of the similarities between kids and older people is it's like, oh, you end up just working on the same stuff you were or should have been when they were a kid.
It goes right back to working on your fine and gross motor skills.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's why I think in a lot of countries where they live longer, they're doing things that require both of those. Like they're going on walks, they're able to still read, they're writing their own things down, they're like even cooking, like the ability to articulate your fingers.
Yeah,
the same way that you see that in toddlers. It's hard for them. It's like that stuff that is so day to day that people start to help you with. Mm-hmm. Like that is a hard thing, I think, with family members when you have older people in your family, is how much do you help versus like, no, they can still do this. Same way with kids. They can do this. Now you got to back away. As soon as they figure out how to do it, never do it again, because you're taking their ability to like really develop those things and be able to like practice them daily and work on them with every little thing. You start to take that away from them, and now they're going to not be as developed with that. And then same thing on the other end, things that are like writing their own stuff down, taking their plate into the kitchen because, well, so-and-so, we don't want to have them get off their couch. I can just do it for them. It's like, yeah, but now you just took out them being able to stand up, them having to balance something in their hands while they were walking, and the ability to like notice the depth perception as they're walking in there, the putting the plate in the sink. Like,
it's a
you're
cliche.
being helpful, but that is such a fine line.
Yeah. It's the cliche. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And it's true with everything. Cognitively, physically, if you're not continuously walking, you're going to lose the ability to walk. If you're not, like you said, fine motor skills. If you're not using your fingers, using your hands to bake stuff or to cook things or just grab things, writing, any of that sort of stuff, you're going to lose the ability to do that. Mm-hmm. It's very simple. It's the same thing with strength building and muscle and all that kind of stuff. It's like people get extremely weak because they're not doing anything with resistance. It's only body weight stuff, or even less than that. Like they're not getting up off the couch anymore, or they're not walking around the grocery store to get their stuff. They're just grabbing a cart and scootering around. Like it's very simple, easy, clear. It's clear math. If you're not doing it, you're not going to be able to do it at some point. And I think that gets more into specifics or expert level, I guess you could say, of like adding a little bit of athletic training into your own program. Because like if you're not moving quickly side to side, you're not going to be able to move quickly side to side. So if at some point you trip over and you got to take a step to the right, you're not going to be able to. Mm-hmm. You haven't been doing it. And that's where all of that athletic training stuff comes in, is being able to do all of those things. And then when you have kids or you have grandkids and you're wanting to play with them and you're wanting to do that stuff, but you can't move well, it's like now quality of life goes down. You're not able to do that stuff, or you're not able to, play basketball outside because you haven't been training athletically or can't do that stuff. And now it
seems like a danger.
Yeah,
to do it.
You've only been bodybuilding for the last 25 years, and now you go to play basketball with a grandkid and you roll your ankle or you tear your Achilles because you're never doing that stuff anymore. And then you're like, yep, I can't play basketball anymore. It's like, no, you couldn't play basketball because you weren't doing anything to prepare yourself to be able to play basketball. You haven't jumped in 25 years. You haven't taken a quick step to the left in 25 years, So it's like, that's not I'm old, I can't do this anymore. Like that's an excuse. That's not just what happens. It's like you let it happen. You let it become that, to where you could have been doing stuff to be able to minimize that. So you can move quickly and you can play basketball and you can, chase grandkids around, or you can do all of the things.